What's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another 2K video, and today, guys, we're going to be going through my club and letting you guys know how much you want to be spending on each different bit of kit in your club. So we're talking players, we're talking all of these coaches, arenas, playbooks, balls, logos, etc, and of course all of the uniforms. So of course all of these are very important when you're going for your collector levels. I would definitely recommend getting up to at least 1,000 cards if you can. 250 tokens is a big amount. Doesn't matter what board you're actually on, even if you're on the pink diamond board. If you get this, that's another pink diamond and nearly 2. So you definitely want to be hitting that. Of course, a couple of videos ago I did hit the 1,250 card level and we picked up the diamond Andre Kirilenko. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it did take me quite a while to get up to this level. I hit 1,000 a long time ago, sold up everything. We were down on like 600 cards, I think, and then I managed to bit my way up all the way back up. So we picked up like another 600 or so cards to get us to this card. So at the moment, I am in the process of selling everything. We've got plenty of things sold in our auctions already. We've got plenty more things selling here, all the uniforms, and then we still have a hell of a lot more. So we've started on these 3 teams here. We've still got all of these to go. We've got all of the Western Conference as well. So we're going to be having a lot of MT left when all is sold. So I'm very excited to see how much I'm going to have. I have got a video that is going to be going up that will be dedicated just to seeing how much MT we do make from selling back everything. Of course, coaches, arenas, playbooks, logos, and balls are pretty much all sold already, which is fantastic. So we have made a little bit of MT from that, but I have recently completed the throwback sets. So when you are looking to add up your collector level, gold cards, emerald cards, and sapphire cards, you want to be picking up all of them. They're all pretty much discard, and bronzes as well. They're all pretty much at discard value, so you can pick them up on open bid through the 550 or 600. You don't need to pay any more than that. Bronzes are a little bit different. They will be a little more expensive, but you will be able to sell them back for the price you pretty much bought them at. Golds, some of them can be expensive, so you do want to pick and choose which golds you actually do pick up. I don't think I picked up all of the golds, especially in some of the more expensive teams, but we picked up the ones that I could get for around 700 MT. I didn't really want to spend any more than that. Even some of the rubies, like we've got Jokic here, I believe we've got John Wall down here. Even these rubies were dirt cheap. Like, you can get these for cheaper than the golds, which is crazy. So you definitely want to pick all of these up, and then of course in the teams that I've already completed, you will be able to get the sapphires and the bronzes. So you will be able to get quite a lot of cards just from picking cards up for basically this card. You want to make sure you're going for open bids or sniping, just being patient. Don't just search for the once and then pick them up. You want to be patient, wait a bit of time, get a few open bids going, and you will be able to pick them all up for, well, a price that you won't lose any money when you go to sell them back. Because of course, once you hit the level you want to get to, so whether that's 750, whether that's 1,000, whether that's 1,250, you want to hit that, and then you want to sell up everything and free up your MT again, because you never know what 2K is going to do. Of course, All-Star Weekend is coming up, so they could release some massive packs and the whole market could crash, and you definitely want to have MT spare for that. So that is what I'm planning to do anyway. Hopefully I'm going to have a good couple of 100,000 MT sitting in my account, so I will be able to pick up any really nice cards that do come out. In terms of heat check cards, you definitely don't want to be going for any of these if you are looking just to up your collector level, because these cards are expensive. I don't think you can get any of them for under 1,000. You can't. Any for under 1,500. Yeah, it's around 1,500 you can pick some of these up for, but that is just not worth it when you can get everything else so much cheaper. So you definitely don't want to be touching any of these. In terms of moments cards, you can get a couple of the emeralds for really cheap, pretty much discard, you know, 650, 600 on the open bid. A couple of the sapphires as well as a couple of the rubies as well, actually. Thomas Bryant and Shabazz Napier there being very cheap. So yeah, a couple of them can be very cheap. Of course, when they do drop new ones, you want to keep an eye out. If they are emerald ones, they are going to be getting pulled a lot, especially if there is a high-end card that people are pulling for. And if they're doing that, they're going to be pulling these lower rated cards a lot, and they are going to be selling them for cheap. So yeah, definitely something to keep an eye out for, especially when there is a nice big batch of moments cards that gets dropped. Moving on to the Throwback Collection. Now this is a great one to help increase your collector level. As you can see, I've pretty much completed every single one. Well, I have completed every one that has been released so far. We've only got the 2 more well, we've got 3 more sets to go, so not too long before we complete all of that. But you definitely want to be completing these. So 1 card from every set is from the token reward market, so 3 tokens for them. So you only need to pick up 9 cards. Now you should be able to, when these cards come out, pick them all up for 3,000 or less, pretty much, give or take, unless there is a really special card in them. So out of this set, I've got everyone for under 3,000, and out of the Hawks, I did have to pay a little bit more for Spudweb just because he's a little more in demand, just because, you know, 5'7" with a 96 driving dunk. Like, people want to use that card, but everyone else under 3,000 MT. So a good way to get tokens to up your collector level, and yeah, to get some nice players to add into the club as well. So Throwbacks, very nice to keep out. Throwback Elites, you really don't want to be picking these up. However, that Antoine Walker was actually 700 MT, so that is why I have him there and I've picked him up. In terms of rewards down here, these basketballs from Domination. These Player of the Month, obviously from Myteam Unlimited. All of these from Domination as well. And these ones I am going to be selling back. I sold them all when I completed all-time Domination. And then these are the ones that I've sniped back. So I know these are expensive jerseys. So I'm looking forward to selling them and seeing how much they are going to get for me. So moving on to uniforms. Of course, this is where the majority of your card collector level is going to come from. I believe there's like well over 200 or so of these jerseys out there, so there's a lot that you can pick up. And as you can see, I've pretty much sniped all of them, or like got all of them on open bid, so there wasn't too many that I was missing out on. Like I said, I'm selling these 4 clubs at the moment, that's why there's none of them, but everyone else is how I left it when I hit 1,250 cards. So let's take a little look at the market. So home jerseys are quite a bit cheaper than away ones. So home jerseys have what is the cheapest price you can pick one up for. So 550, let's have a look to when they're a bit more common. So 650 with an hour and a half left. As for the away jerseys, 650 with 3 hours left. And this is going to be 700. So 650 to 700 for the home and away jerseys. Like I said, the aways are a little bit more expensive. And some of these clubs can be very expensive. The Spurs and the Thunder, as you can see, I've barely got any of those 2 clubs, and that is because they are very, very expensive jerseys. So I'm very excited to sell these back because I've got all of them for under 500 MT. Of course, that's how I did it, guys. I either sniped them at 500, that was what I set it at. Set it at 500 for home and for away, or I just went on open bid and we went for 500 open bid on everything, and then same for the home jerseys, because of course you can pick up things on open bid cheaper than you can buy now prices. So uniforms, you definitely want to be paying, I'd suggest nothing less than 500. You just have to be very patient, and takes a long while. You have to put on like 50 bids at a time to see how many cards you're actually going to win out of that lot. And of course it does cost a little bit of MT, but you know that you're not actually spending it and losing it, you're spending it and you're going to get back some profit after they are all sold. So that is very, very good to look out for. In terms of the coaches, again, this is something you really don't want to be spending much MT on. You can pick them all up for pretty much their discard values. You don't want to be touching the Sapphires, Rubies, or the Amethyst or Diamond coaches because they are very expensive, but the Bronzes, Silvers, Golds, and Emeralds you can all pick up for under or around about 500 to 700 MT. And if you do that, you are going to be able to sell them back for pretty much the same. As you can see, Mike D'Antoni, he is my actual coach, which is why he is in there. In terms of historic arenas, you don't want to be spending more than 250 MT on any of these. If you are patient and you do put a lot of time into sniping, you can get them all for discard, because a lot of people, they don't care about the prices of arenas. They just see them in their auctions and they just chuck them up for 250 just to get rid of them. Playbooks, now these are surprisingly one of the most expensive things in the game in terms of club items. So 750 with an hour left is the cheapest that you are going to see up. So 750 for these playbooks, that is expensive considering there is 75 of them to collect. And of course 75 is a big amount when you're trying to get to a certain collector level. So I didn't spend more than 400 to 500 on any of these, and I'm happily going to sell them all off for well over that price. I would advise doing the same. You don't want to be spending more than 600, otherwise you are going to be losing a little bit on tax if you have to sell them all for under 700 MT. Logos, pretty much the same story as the arenas. You don't want to be spending more than 200 on any of these. I think a few of them do sell for a bit more, but if you're patient enough, you can get them for 250. onto the basketballs. Some of these are very, very expensive, but you can pick them all up. Like I said, if you're patient and if you snipe, you can get them all for a good price. So let's have a look at the cheapest here. 650's only got 2 staying there. 800, there should be quite a few more. Still not even at the refresh. That's crazy. So 900 is still not even there. So yeah, some of these are very expensive. One of them is ridiculously expensive. I think it's the bronze NBA ball, and I don't think I collected that. This one here, I didn't collect this ball because it was like extinct at the time I was looking for it. There was only, well, you see one of them there. I did some refreshes, but there wasn't a single one up on the market. So if you do have that bronze NBA ball, I would strongly suggest selling it as quickly as you can. As you can see here, we're nearly 3 hours through, and that one at the front of the page is the only one that is actually posted up at the moment. That is crazy. I think I might go and bid on that just to see if we can make a little bit of MT during this video, because that would be very nice. But yeah, balls are very, very expensive things. I would suggest getting them for as low as price as you can, because you will be able to sell them back and make a nice little profit like I did. Some more jerseys down here. We didn't get any of the earned ones by sniping, but we did pick up 8 of the city ones by sniping, so I will be able to make a big profit on them. But like I said, these, same as all of these, don't pay more than 500 MT. You're going to pick up a couple of them as nice snipes, and you will be able to make a nice bit of profit back. So there we go, guys. That is how much I paid for the majority of the items that I got for my collector level. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Don't overpay things. Just be very patient, snipe a lot, put a lot of open bids down as well, because you can get a lot of absolute bargains by open bids. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.